Game against Sharks, didn't really have any nerve in it. The first map was a bit complicated, a bit tedious. I would like a statement to be made.
Well, here we go then, ladies and gentlemen. We've got the smoke, the flash available, P250 in the hands of Mr. Jezza himself, and a bit of aggression coming out from Team Vitality here as they send ZywOo and mezZ through the B apartments. flameZ playing on the other side of the smoke here. It looks likely to be an A execution when we have one player in the form of Zorte watching top and middle, and the bomb waiting for these flanks to come through, but they're losing a lot of map control, but we have got a player, as in Zorte, watching for this push. ZywOo could get caught out.
Oh, that's a clean start for Magnajez. You put a P250 on him for a reason. Finds the head of flameZ searching. Shut down by mezZ on triple. They've repelled the initial commit. You can see Nafany peddling his wares. Else, what? Was he on the ladder?
I apologize for the squeal, but I didn't see that one coming. Holy hell.
Sacre bleu.
Sacre bleu. BetBoom here, finding, obviously, analyzing what's happening. When they kill ZywOo, they know the B side is open, and they absolutely beeline onto the bomb side. mezZ, you spoke about him, what he can bring to the table. Maybe that's the moment for him to shine in this first gun round.
Well, it's going to be a difficult retake here. They do have healthy players in the 3 versus 3. The bomb should be planted momentarily, and we'll see if mezZ and co can retake this side. It's all down to Apex. He's got the most space right now, getting himself closer towards the bomb side. Needs a couple of taps here with the P2000, and significant damage inflicted, but Zorte will find the first killing blow. Spinks chiming in as well. Time is of the essence. They do not have a kit. They've lost the in-game leader, and Spinks has been dropped as well. Very clean round for BetBoom to kick things off here on their map pick.
There's something that puzzles me just a little bit. When ZywOo pushes B house and knows that no one is here, Vitality have theoretically 4 players on the A side, and they still send flameZ for a peek in. Do you need to make that pick at that moment? What's the worst that could happen? Are they playing through middle? You're getting scared of that? Yeah, exactly. I feel like
you threw a
really
flash. I can see why flameZ was incited to go.
Of course, once the flash is being thrown, that makes sense for him to
throwing it is the question you're asking.
Did you need to do that?
Well, that's the first piece of the puzzle. He said BetBoom needed some pistols. They needed something going in their favor. It's on Mirage as well, and they've got the force fight up against them here. ZywOo with the scouting towards the window, up against a couple of MP9s in the mix as well. Lots of mid-control taken with that mid-smoke going down. Jezza making his way out towards short. CTs, in terms of their positioning, stacking towards the A bomb side with 4 players. They're going to have to go for some sort of probe here. They're not getting anything out of this. You can see them coordinating towards the A ramp, flash over potentially, and see what's on the other side.
Super side-centric defense from Vitality right now. They have absolutely no idea what's happening towards middle. None whatsoever. So that's why ZywOo is forced to sort of rotate back through CT spawn. I mean, window could have been taken as a territory for the whole time. I think the smokes will be a big tell as to what timing, what the rhythm BetBoom are going through. And mostly indicative of a B split. As we see the CTs rotating, I think the read is pretty correct from Vitality, and ZywOo is prime right now.
Here we go. They've actually rotated everyone over. It's looking quite nice. mezZ's en route as well. ZywOo in a prime position to find some headshots. Gets the first tag towards Zorte. Can't connect on the second, but damage being done now. 2 kills found for Vitality. It's getting very uncomfortable for BetBoom. We can't even get out of the B apartments right now. It's all falling apart, unraveling at the seams until Nafany arrives. Siren chiming in as well, and it's right neck and neck at this point. 2 versus 2. Jezza down 2, just 23 points of health, but Apex prime position.
Huge.
Surely picks this one up.
Yeah, he needed that one, especially considering the bomb is under his toes. He'll close. It's 3 from Apex in the second round, and a conversion. Ooh, nearly lost the rifle there. Apex gets it in the last second. Team Vitality on the board in the second. And I mean, you perfectly kind of painted the picture there, Mathieu, about the ease of the read. It was very indicative of a mid-B split.
Yeah, exactly.
And it was no deception. They just kind of ran into the stack.
Yeah, it was very one-dimensional from BetBoom, which is basically you cover the whole map, and then after that you put the 2 smokes. So one is in window, one is on top of connector, and that really indicates a B split. And since Vitality had been a bit aggressive on the A side, they just deducted. It was very elementary with your Watson that was going to be a B split. Although they kind of lost track of the lurk, that flank, that could have been dangerous at the T that was sort of intruding into a window. That could have been a problem, but well handled by Apex at the end.
Just to update you quickly, Falcons did get it over the line eventually, so they win 2-1.
Sigh of relief.
Absolutely for them. Not the cleanest game.
The panic button.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not quite a hit, but we're hovering over it.
So, Hero AK-47. It is a force buy overall. You can see Nafany, very honorably, this goes Glock, no armor. So he had to drop that AK-47. Zorte will hopefully make some sort of a scratch on Team Vitality here. But right now, all quiet. As the bomb's down in T-spawn, they're hoping for some sort of CT aggression to find a pick, but nothing presented whatsoever. Magno Just trying to probe in towards B, but a perfectly timed smoke denies any sort of poke whatsoever.
I love how we are circling around, not saying his full name. Sometimes
I don't even want to go
I love it. I love it. It's just like,
I don't want to
organically speaking, we're just kind of tiptoeing around.
Magno-Yez.
Magno-Jez.
Magno-Yez doesn't. It sounds like an English person would say that. He's got like a Yez, but a silent J.
Magno-Yez.
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 Okay.
There you go.
Next time, I won't avoid it next time. I'll be brave. I'll go for it, even in a high attention. Here we go. In comes the AK-47. 3 CTs lying in wait, one of them in a prime position. That would be Apex. Gets himself a double spray down with a T-sided weapon. And Nafany, bear in mind, he's got no armor and just a Glock. Not long for this world. That force spy does literally nothing. They don't do 1 point of damage to anyone on the CT side. You don't see that very often against a fully equipped T-side. But there we go, 2-1 and a full eco. $2,000 available. So yeah, this is a pretty unimportant round.
I think I caught a little bit of smack talk as well from Apex. I think he said something like, "Oh, was that a contact play?"
Oh, true, actually.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, we have to make the best out of this setup right now.
No one's gone for any bans
Talk
yet.
some smack a little bit.
If ever there's a man
He
to
would be
do
a
it.
candidate. He would be a candidate for that.
Absolutely. Him, Cadian, probably the top 2.
Talked by our boy flameZ. Oh, I was going to say maybe he's going to get a little bit of a Christmas gift early this year, but no, they changed direction going towards the underground.
Oh, it's going to be Apex getting a nice eco spray. That's
Why
what
does he have a scout? That's the one weapon that cannot farm a legion of Glocks coming your way.
No, it'd be impressive if he gets more than one in this position.
Fair enough.
One would assume.
He's going to see a leg, tag one, and then probably switch to the pistol. Have some fun.
Oh, what incredible timing for the 5-7 swap. It's going to go down nice and quick. A convincing close. Double from Spinks as well as the Woo. Well, you win the pistol. You're very quickly brought back down to reality in a crippling fashion. Starting so strong, your second round a little too telegraphed, and it's resulted in a 3-1 before you get your guns back out.
So a match pause. I think this might be technical, I'm afraid.
I do believe if you look top right corner of the screen,
It does say that.
does indicate a technical pause.
We've got everything covered.
You are absolutely nailing this. Now, I have some theoretical questions right now. We've seen flameZ a couple times on the B side, and I'm trying to think. When was the last time I saw Vitality play? I mean, they played against Sharks here at the event on Mirage. I couldn't catch that game. It was happening on the B stream. So that would mean that Apex is still playing his old connector, I'm in the middle of the attention type position, whereas flameZ is playing on the A side and flameZ is anchoring the A side. That's how they have decided to approach the situation. Apex is making the most out of it for now. And was it you said 24 kills and Jason said 23, right? You just want Jason.
I don't know if that's a new feature of the analyst desk. You just call out how many frags one player might get.
What you have to know is
that's what Jason and I went with.
We have to know what you gain if it was actually right.
I don't even know.
There has to be some sort of reward.
Hey, I'm happy to lose this one. If it's beneath 23, which is very likely. To be fair, what's Apex? He's got 6 and 1 right now.
That's a good start.
Oh, maybe there's a world. MR12 though, to get over 25 would be unheard of. So the fact he could get 23, who knows? But hopefully, it looks like a headset issue for Nafany. He's getting a stern talking to by the referee.
Yeah, putting his fist together like, you keep calling those tech time out.
You better stop it.
Why I order?
Sometimes I try to do lip reading, but I'm not really good at it. So then I just analyze body, like the movement, non-verbal behavior. I'm trying to analyze, are we far from a resolution or not? And for now, I would say we're probably in the middle of it.
I think we're in the diagnostic
Yes, exactly. We are diagnosing what's happening. They haven't exactly figured out what the problem is.
I'm starting to worry
about flames.
Bum, 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 bum.
That was all to do with who kept
Dexter.
Dexter, that's
smacking his hand in OG.
At different times.
Yeah, good song though. I don't think it ever saw the light of day. So that reference is lost to most people. We've got like snippets
it's in the
of
clips,
it.
yeah.
We're allowed 6 seconds snippets, I think.
Is that what we can do?
Yeah. So you don't actually get the context, but that's what it was.
6
seconds.
It was
a parody
6-second rules
of an OG team where Dexter was high-fiving Flame so hard that Harry was worried about it.
He was starting to worry, at least, yeah. In the process of
poor
starting.
little hands.
Oh, I think they're still trying to establish what the issue is.
A severe issue, perhaps.
I was talking to Flames before they went live. He was showing me his warm-up. You know the one that F1 drivers do where you drop tennis balls?
Yes. And you got it underneath
you have your hands.
wrist.
Yeah, you put your hands on top of their hands. They drop one of the two, and you've got to kind of, Wasn't as easy as I thought it was.
No.
I always watch the F1 do it, and I'm like, come on, how hard could that be? It's actually pretty tough.
I'm not going to pretend like I'm an expert at the whole F1 discipline. I'm not, but I've seen a couple of like documentaries on the physical preparation they go through. It's almost inhuman.
Oh, yeah.
The amount of the reflexes they need to have, the force that their body have to resist throughout an entire race. It is crazy. It is completely out of this world.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. You're just in time. Team Vitality versus BetBoom here. It's 3-1. It's the first map. This one's picked by BetBoom. It makes sense. It's a bit more chaotic, a bit more frag-centric. Speaking of a fragger, we got ZywOo. He's got the AWP for the first time now. Upgraded from the Scout. They've got a couple of AKs in their ranks as well. And Spink's more than willing to take this first duel. And for good reason. He'll get the first frag. Takes down a key member as well. Chiron dropped early, 5-on-4. And they don't really have any map control to speak of to follow things up. But they have got a kill. It was a 4-on-4 for a moment there, but Spinks gets a second.
And that's too easy for ZywOo, just holding that tiny gap. Nafany going down, and already their advantages squandered. Magnayez?
We tried him.
Eventually,
Magnolia.
I'm not going to lie,
naturally,
I spoke to him. I actually
Magnolias.
asked him, well, how do you pronounce it? And I still can't remember.
Oh my God, you had the answer.
Yeah, I did.
And it's
Palm
gone.
of your hand.
Well, apparently I said it right the first time I asked him.
So what did you
Great question.
intuitively say? Because then you could go back to that. That memory is a core memory for you.
Let's see what he's made of, my man. As he will be in a 3 versus 1. I guess a 4v1 technically. He's got the first kill, no problem. Takes down the player towards Connector. And he's got a second as well. He's actually looking quite nice. Good jump up. Faking the sound cue. And there is a rotation from Spawn as well. That's going to be ZywOo. And he'll pick himself up a nice, clean hat trick. Didn't really have to break a sweat there. Sure, some frags coming in there for Magnolias, but overall, nowhere near winning the round.
Oh, very frag-centric as well. That's the way he introduced the map when you talked about this first gun round. And here you could see the intention from Vitality. White sweep from Spinks, followed by a white swing from Apex. That's right there. He falls, but then Spinks doesn't deter him at all. He goes again wide. ZywOo punishes onto the underground and then comes back again for seconds in Connector. It was a little bit dry from BetBoom as well. If you're going to take some of these duels, just maybe like a flash, a couple of flashes here and there just to allow yourself a better position.
Well, here we go. The pocket strap being deployed on the half-by. Execution. You know how it goes at this point. Smokes down the steps in jungle. CT spawn. Flash over. Molotov towards dark. And you hope for the best. Back in the day, this was incredibly strong when the Tech9 was OP. Not as successful these days, but hoping to get a bomb plant at least.
Yeah, and it's a spray through the smoke. They actually retreat. Well, curtailed by the incendiary thrown out. Well timed. One is across Tetris. Now they burst through. It's ZywOo to receive onto Nafany. Apex is in the sandwich with an opportunity for a lot of damage. He's got 4 HP, but he lives on. 5 alive for Vitality as they repel the Tech9.
Oh man, Apex with his best Houdini impression right there. Just disappearing into the sandwich, just waiting in the box, and then he has 2 players just falling in front of him, having a grand old time. Very well handled by Vitality, who, if I'm not mistaken, are starting to build what you would like to call a hefty bank account. See 9,000 for ZywOo and Spinks. Macy is also south of that with 8.3, and then 5,000 for both Apex and Flame. So they are rich.
Extremely.
They got the monies.
Well, halfway through this CT campaign for them as well. It's going to be another tactical, or the first tactical timeout for BetBoom. They've got the Zorte AWP for the first time as well. A decent buy. Nafany with a concession in the form of Galil, focusing on the utilities. Zorte's got no grenades. So we'll see if they want to kind of focus on this pocket strap mentality, go for executions and set pieces from the start, or run these defaults where they're kind of just getting out-fragged across the map.
So my philosophy has always been, and you can attest to it, you were a leader as well in your time. We've had a say in the game. I always feel like you need to win one deep, conventional map control round, and then the second punch is going to be a pocket strategy. I don't think you unlock you don't unlock the scoreline with a pocket strategy because you will be predicted quite easily. So you have to win one of these hefty, long, drawn-out map control where you checkmate your opponent and then you do the pocket strat. And I think that's what they're trying to do here.
Apex pushing out that connector once again. This tag team duo as Spinks and Apex has been quite successful. They only trade out a single kill so far. It was Spinks from the grave, actually, managing to keep it at a 4-on-4. And now they've got an even situation. The CT defense is spread thin. This is where they go into their execution by the looks of things here. But they don't actually have any smokes remaining, Matthews. Getting it towards the A-bomb site, it's going to be difficult. I think you have to send the AWP in first to try and get a pick, potentially.
Yeah, ZywOo is gathering a whole lot of information right now. So since Mezi hasn't heard anyone or anything, it seems logical that the A-side would be one of them. I do wonder where ZywOo is going to go, but Apex got the first information.
Yeah, that's good incendiary. They'll go ahead of it. Magnayez is through, but Chiron's gone. It's flameZ takes him down. No, needed cover. Zorti provides. Magnajez lives on, swings through, delivers another to Zorti on the AWP, caught now by ZywOo. 2-on-2 bomb loose and time to reset. ZywOo's going round, but mezii, he goes down. It was Siren, good awarenesses to mezii through the smoke.
Final boss, though, to deal with. Yeah. ZywOo with the hot hand, 9-3. They don't want to go into his territory. The bomb's actually down in quite a precarious spot. I believe it's underneath Dark. So it's Magnajez given the AWP, considering he's 20 HP. And we'll see if ZywOo can deal with this one. First kill, no problem. The Desert Eagle looking deadly once again. 1 versus 1. 10 seconds, boys. Oh, it's a perfect Molotov. You can't even plant now.
There's nothing for you here, Siren. Jumps across, costs him a lot of his health, and he's sticking out. 2 seconds. ZywOo just needs to live. Dead after time. That's a brutal way for it to go down. Siren's got $300 in his back pocket.
Could he have played that any better? ZywOo did everything perfectly.
If you really want to be, nitpicking, maybe you could have just killed him when he was crossing. Sure. But to be fair, I agree with you. It was very creative.
Denied all prospects winning around it.
Exactly.
Like.
The only one that was the butt of the joke in that one was mezii trying to cross ZywOo's smoke, and then obviously that attracted a lot of attention. But the repositioning was great, and then probably off the back of information, playing with the deagle first, finding the first kill, putting down the Molotov, and then just toying with his prey.
It sounded like a bird of paradise,
like a peacock. Here we go. B-Rush, get in. Ouch, that hurt a lot. Max damage grenade. Couple of headshots to boot. Chiron, though, a keen fragger. We know he can step up in these sort of scenarios. He's a chaotic player and thrives in this sort of environment. The bomb to be planted could be denied that the CTs want to commit. Not going to take the swing, and Zorte will actually bring it back to a 3-on-3 with heavy damage inflicted. You can say that again as mezii keeps on fighting back.
Oh, ZywOo just considered the flank, but Nafany still strikes. Second available, flames tested. It's Nafany who delivers impact for BetBoom in combination with Zorti as well. Zorti on the AK previously was providing some good covering fire with the AWP, but that's a big one for BetBoom.
Yeah, he really dug him out of a bad situation. The start of the rush went awfully wrong for BetBoom, but then I think Vitality positioned themselves a little bit poorly. That line from the entrance of Market here is one where AKs will just spray through, and a lot of damage was being put down. Zorti got 1.9 kills almost. He put down mezii to 20 HP. And I have to say, the flank from Nafany not only was well thought of, but then his read on the second player, knowing that he's going to come trying to retake or trade his fallen ZywOo, great work from Nafany, and that's a second one on the board for BetBoom.
Things get interesting now, especially if Vitality cannot do damage here. It's a very forward position from mezii.
So the first round that really worked for them was the B-Rush. Going to try their luck on this side of the map once again. mezii going to be baited in there. As you can see, Spinks is trying to jump up, and they've taken the bait. Hook line and sinker. mezii, though, maybe could have got more out of that one. 4-on-4. Definitely makes things complicated for Spinks, and he's back up right now. Great shot from Siren. This could be another round.
Just run straight through the flames to maintain the pace, and it could be enough. Maybe should be, considering you're smoked off. I don't think you're going to give this too much of a look in. ZywOo's already out of there.
They're saving. It's very disciplined as well from BetBoom. Nobody crosses the line of sight after they have the 2-for-1 trade. They're not taking any risks. Put down a smoke into a window, then spread across the bomb site very cleanly. Siren with that opening just running through the flames. That was pretty impressive.
Yeah, but that's what we talk about with initiative, right? No one's told Siren to go for that.
No, definitely.
He's seen the incendiary and decided that our best bet is me taking and trying to make a play.
Question open for debate for the group here. mezii has that first kill dead to right. He's being baited by Spinks. As we see Apex trying to save. Spinks is baiting for mezii. mezii's in a prime position. He's got an opponent in front of him. Does he or should he have shown more trigger discipline?
I don't think so. I just don't think he had to peek as much. He didn't have to do the wide swing straight after. Like, maybe to try and force their hand, make them come for him, and allow Spinks to join in the fight a little bit more. They were very segregated once that happened. But yeah, this was still a great move. Like, that's the kill that decides the round. It's straight up. Like, the incendiary was perfect. He thinks, I've got time here. Didn't see that play coming through. He lives and dies by that push. If the flames take him, it's all over. But there it is, an impressive round. That's what we expected from BetBoom. They're going to be frantic and difficult to deal with and hitting crazy shots like that.
Visibly getting under Apex's skin as well a little bit.
True.
Probably frustrating as an IGL, right? When you're tasked of displaying the defense and organizing the defense and you've just lost a B-Rush into a B contact play where you had a bait and switch setup into the B side. You're almost left thinking, what more can I do as a leader? What more could I do?
You made the call.
Exactly. Like, I had the read. I sent Spinks, or someone decided to send Spinks towards the B side to fortify this position, and still your opponent did exactly what you wanted them to do, and they still won the round. So this is very frustrating situation, but still a lot of money for Vitality.
So now you send 3B. If it wasn't 2, wasn't enough.
Screw this.
Start at 3. flameZ and Spinks are pushing apps. This is ballsy. A 2-man early push B. Now
they might find the bomb if they keep going. It's all the way back there at the B apartments.
Depends how long they linger mid.
If there's not a lot of activity on the map, maybe flameZ is not going to dare to push. He could definitely have a flanker or someone lurking on his position, so he's going to be a little bit careful. Conventional. Apex now about to be sandwiched, possibly. I don't think he's aware of Chiron's move, and the duel is on. Apex now put on notice. He's going to retreat back to CT spawn, playing a little safer.
Chiron, that is crazy. He goes for a mantle into a window. ZywOo, he greets him with an AWP. Siren walking out Tetris. There is an opportunity onto Apex here. Good idea as to mezzi's position. Good work from Apex, but down goes his support. He's lost it. mezzi sleeping with the fishes. 4 on 3. Nafany makes it 3.
Yeah, they're actually keeping up. Like, these rounds have been pretty convincing, the last couple. Going blow for blow with Vitality. They've got himself another winnable scenario here. 40 seconds remaining. It all comes down to this. If flameZ gets a freebie, which he almost does, down to 8 HP. They've still got to fight his chance here, but the bomb can it be planted? I don't think so. And that should be the round confirmed. Magnolyes waiting for a chance to shine here. Takes significant damage from the HE. Needs a double kill here in spawn. Doesn't make it over the first hurdle, and it'll be Vitality back to their winning ways here in round number 10. We go 7-3 overall, but the money is very strong for BetBoom after winning, or was it 2 rounds in a row?
Yeah, you were right on the money. That flameZ duel, I think, decided the fate of this late 3 versus 3. BetBoom pretty good at using the space towards middle. Even though ZywOo finds the kill, he retreats, and that creates sort of a vacuum in which BetBoom just immediately enter. Apex get caught a little bit out of position. And then you have this trade on trade sort of domino situation that ends up in a 3v3 dug out by flameZ. Good flash as well between the ZywOo and Spinks on that peak from CT spawn. 7-3 scoreline was not that bad for Vitality, let's be real. I know there were these 2 frustrating rounds on the B side, we've already mentioned them, but I would say that they are on a pretty good path so far on what is supposed to be a punish pick of Mirage.
Yeah, absolutely true. Round number 11. An ultimate chance to make a dent in his T side. One more would be more than serviceable, I would say, but we'll see what they can make of this pretty healthy investment. Zorte once again with no grenades, but he's got a flash at the very least. And is there going to be a change of pace here? They've only really found success in towards that B bomb site. Bomb heads over towards A at the start of the round, including 3 players. Maybe a fast A split is on the cards here, trying to get that mid control. There's no smokes to allow them to cross here. They're just going to have to try and take some peeks. So I go towards connector, but Apex more than ready for the cross at shore. It's going to have to be down to Zorte. Let's have to dry peek this.
Where is ZywOo with the AWP? He's CD spawn, so we're not going to see that duel anytime soon. It's going to be rifles on AWP action. Window smoke, that's a signal. But the CT answer into the connector smoke is pretty immediate as well, so BB is going to struggle to take some space, rather.
Oh, good timing there from Spinks.
Nice little trick. You see how brittle the smoke is there in the top right. One shot through it, get a nice little bit of information. Thought that would connect for Chiron. Normally the sort of shot he hits doesn't even land a shot. And it's going to be an early 5 on 4 here. Nafany with some interesting space if they're aware it's a possibility. Spinks will be checking that every 5 seconds or so. And Spinks, speaking of which, gets the first, will probably take a swivel.
Ooh, I don't think they're aware at all. I think Apex might have called it clear.
That's probably all they've got to work with.
Apex called it clear.
Yeah.
Apex sold Spinks' soul.
Yeah, nice work, Nafany.
Get both there. Does deliver. Nafany has righted the ship. A 3 on 3. You can do this! If he gets Apex, it's a dream. It's no longer. Instead, a waking nightmare for Zorte. 1v3 with 10 HP. Just accepting defeat here. And ZywOo's even coming to ensure the close. Apex will steal it. An 8 for Vitality here on map 1. This is BetBoom's pick as well, fellas. They'd have really liked a 4th. Minimum.
You know, I'm a simple man. I see ZywOo hitting shots with the AWP and that puts a smile on my face.
Yeah,
sometimes that's all it takes. for a good day to lay ahead.
And it's nothing too flashy, right? It's just well positioned.
No, that's also not his style.
No,
right?
exactly. But it's like that's why I'm enjoying it. It's just like good comprehensive AWPing, like textbook almost. It's good positioning, not over peaking, not taking too many risks, and yeah, delivering the goods, hitting the shots that really matter. Final round of this first half, boys. It's a difficult buy, but the loss bonus is being somewhat forgiving. 3 Galils and 2 AKs, and fast pacing it towards middle. A lot of footsteps, a lot of audio cues, and Nafany, a fortunate kill through the smoke. You could say that again with Siren getting the second there towards the connector. Finally, they are shut down, and Vitality are back into the round.
Yeah, only for a moment, MagnaJest does convert onto Spinx. And building upon it is Chiron. For ZywOo, disconnected from the play completely on the wrong side of the map. They're aware of this potential line. You can see the cancel of the movement there from Chiron. Doesn't want to give anything away.
Not to this man.
Yeah, you give him an inch, he will take the whole leg, as the expression goes.
Absolutely.
I knew what it is.
Let's get this one wrapped up then. It's tea time. Grab yourself a bevy. We'll be back with the second half.
What's up, you lovely gamers? You're watching ESL Pro League. You join us on a mission of exploration as we find out more about this new look BetBoom team and new star player Magnolias, who's currently got 7 and 11. Unfortunately, though, the team's struggling somewhat on their own map pick. It's 8-4, Matthew. Not the best performance, but not the worst. They had their moments. We know they can hit back, they can fire, but they need his pistol, I would say, to stand a chance here on Mirage.
Yeah, that's a fair statement, my dear Henry. I think speed was BetBoom's best friend on this T side. A couple times they took caught Vitality off guard, one time towards the B side, one towards middle. That was the last round, but beyond that, ZywOo was imperial with the AWP. Spinks had a lot of free duel he took from a catwalk, so the skill seemed to be online. And speaking of skill, we are joined by my foe, Chad Birch.
Oh dear. We won't get into this map in 2015, Henry Greer, will we?
I forgot all about
It is Mirage. That's the only reason he joined us.
Have we ever done a segment where we've broken that game down at Pro League?
Oh my God.
That's a segment, surely.
That's a good 50 minutes.
Yeah, we'll try and do
that.
Well, here we go then. Vitality with the B split to kick things off. They've actually got a very armor-focused round here. They're getting quickly up towards short. ZywOo with the first kill. A lot of pressure being applied. Nafany needs multiple frags here. Not going to happen. Magnolias will have to sit back and wait for the cavalry to arrive, and they certainly are. That's a great couple of shots coming in. It's actually back down to a 2-on-2. No kid in play, but lots of HP available for the CTs.
All right, well, Zordi's joined the party. Zordi and Chiron with the Kev. One spotted, backside. ZywOo up close and personal. How many more kills can he get? Well, that one was way too easy. And just Chiron to find. Spinks and ZywOo swing. They'll secure the pistol. 9 on the board. And well, is it the map now? I really like calling things early these days.
No, I do as well.
I like calling them really early.
Is that what we do now?
It's over.
Pack it up.
Yeah, no one needs to...
You try to manifest like a competitive game, or you actually are?
I do try. I like it when we get the overtime, the bonus rounds, everything in between. And I don't know how to get there, Matthew. I don't know how to make it happen.
That's normally the Pro League curse. I don't think
Just
we
have to
one overtime
accept
so far.
that we don't have control over this. Just be in an accepting standpoint towards the universe. We deal with what we have in front of ourselves.
All right, well, we were
Talk about Counter-Strike.
We were just talking about his name. And I'm not sold on the Y for the J.
I like what he did. He did a little inflection on the no, then he did my no, yes. You heard what he said? My no, yes. That's what he did before.
Look, I'm happy with it, Henry, if it is.
How would you say it? Magno.
Can I just... I just give all players nicknames. Can I just call him Magnolia?
Magnolia.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is that a flower, right?
Jezza, Magnolia.
Magnolia.
I suppose we could ask him.
That would be. But you know what's really frustrating? Alex actually did ask him, and he forgot the answer.
That wasn't ideal. Really would have helped us out.
he put it out there in the world. I did. He himself said, you know, I knew, but then I didn't.
All right, well...
All right, keep your secret.
We've all been there before.
If you know, send us a tweet or something.
Yeah, right, because that's going to help us.
Maybe, just send it phonetically, you know, like spell it out for us.
Record a video of yourself saying his alias.
Yeah, that would certainly
That would
help.
be something. That would
Here we go. This was the full eco. While we're being a little bit silly, I suppose.
Jovial.
We can be silly a little bit. I feel like we were pretty serious this entire first half. We gave this game a lot of prestige and decorum.
Yeah, you're right. I guess I wanted to respect the fact ZywOo was on the server. I know you like him.
Oh, I
didn't want to mess
appreciate
around.
That. You don't have to do that for me.
Okay. He's not royalty, Henry.
It kind of strike royalty.
He sort of is.
I would say. Put a crown on him.
But mere
They've got
peasants.
photos of him in a throne in front of the Eiffel Tower.
Just see the T-shirt they made of him?
Exactly. That's
I kind of like it. I kind of like that vibe.
Is that all his like trophies or his achievements?
I think it's his MVPs.
His MVPs, okay.
And then there's also a picture of him holding the award.
With a crown, maybe?
Well, this round is looking like it's going to be an awful lot of fun.
That's a gun round.
And there you go. Can we call it now?
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Did they just... Is that BetBoom playing now? Because they just pulled a page out of the old BetBoom strat book over there. Just immediate beeline onto the A side.
Apex loves a bit of that.
Of course he does.
And it makes sense, right? This is a full-on bonus round. You had 5 players survive the previous round in the full eco, 2 Mac 10s, the Galils. Why not keep the pace high when the utility's low? They won't have the AWP. I'm not saying you were. I'm just trying to... I'm just having a little conversation.
I'm trying to cast, Matthew. I'm trying to cast. It's my job after all.
So now with 11 rounds on the board, Henry, can I...
You definitely can. If they save 3 guns, though, maybe they can pull this one back. But that's if. And the thing is, you got to hunt when you've got Galils and Mac 10.
This is their map choice. That's the problem, right?
Well, we did say that in the pregame as well. Mirage, it had to be at least a decent showing because you've got Anubis and Overpass coming up next. Very technical maps and where Vitality are very well versed, I'm not sure.
They're playing like a bunch of bet boomers right now.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, that's true. Kind of are. They do survive with 3. No hunt was called. quite subdued over in the Vitality camp. I think they know they've already won this game. They're just in cruise control right now.
I mean, I think it's good for them as well to just remind themselves of what
Really
they
did.
can do. The game against Sharks didn't really do that. Like the first half, I was almost on oxygen supply watching this game.
Did Sharks
thinking
get double digits in the
yes,
first map?
yeah, it was really tense.
Wow.
Like, down to the wire on that
They're up
first map.
7-2 at one point.
Yeah, exactly. The CDs had a vertigo. I bumped onto Mezzi and he was giving me the old like, oh man, I can't play beyond vertigo. And I told him, I know what you mean, brother.
It's
I know,
not a fun sight, is it?
Nobody enjoys it.
Yeah, constantly harassed, but all right, Henry, they save those rifles. They'll give it another crack, but this is for 12 for Vitality. They're setting their sights on A once more. ZywOo, flameZ, mezzi, all ready and raring to go up the ramp. Apex was patrolling Palace.
There, right? I think he had 3 at his feet, or 2 at his feet. Yeah, 2. So a one-man execution coming in. Learn this one at home. I love one-man executions. They're so sick.
That's the up and down combination, probably.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, what's
He's
he
got
doing
one
with
more.
The last one must be CT spawned, and he just does it at a different time. Look at this. He's getting in position now. And
So it's a double pump.
Find it.
I think
Well, that's a DHL delivery right there.
So it is a double.
He comes back around.
double pump. It's a double pump.
Lovely. So you
love a
base
good
out all
double
that
pump.
utility,
Right.
get them on edge, make it look like a fake, and then you go in afterwards. Should be a Molotov deployed, a flashbang to come over the top, and in we go, boys. Deep breath. Who will be cracking things over? A must-win round here for BetBoom. It's going to be Nafany at the tip of the spear on the defense. A Molotov is a disaster.
Stifling.
Chiron stuck in towards the sandwich. It's going to be ZywOo taking a bite out of him as they trade blows here. It has to be Zorte. He hasn't got his weapon of choice and no longer has a head. Can't even finish the sentence before the round is over. It's map point.
Oh dear. Might be another 2-0.
Might be.
It was our first 2-0 to start the day.
You did that whole strategy on one breath. That's pretty sick.
I tried
You
my
actually
best.
said let's take a breath. I heard you literally take a breath and then you jumped into it. That's almost like some opera singing type of performance.
Who would have thought?
I like the multiple stages of how they took the side rack, get the Tetris control,
Right.
then laid in the side
Then the
with
double
flames.
mollies.
Yeah.
Once you put down the double mollies, you obviously are going to see a
They're
little
doing it
rabbit jumping out.
Straight in again. Let's just close this game out, boys. Another
Here
A
we go.
execution. Or we could just walk in and kill him. What do you think about
Ain't
that?
nobody got time for that. We all up at the contact. Let's go.
Woo!
Yep.
This is wild.
Okay.
I'm loving all about it. Might just stay for map 2.
Oh, well, look, it's
It's only been about 5 minutes of map 1, to be fair.
This is the thing with MR12, though, isn't it? It can be a blink and you miss it type situation.
I don't mind it. I actually kind of like it. I'm going to be real with you. MR12 has been one of the best things that happened to Counter-Strike in the last decade. There, I said it.
Damn, the
Fight me.
forums are going to be on fire after
I'm
that
ready.
one, Matthew. Those
I'm ready.
Inflammatory statements.
Best thing has happened.
Yeah, MR12 is... Obviously, there's no negative side to it.
I'm very much a fan. Like, especially as a commentator, if you're casting like 3 games a day, like, yeah, it's certainly a welcome change from the overtime hell that CSGO became. All right, Zorte, I kind of believe he's going to check this corner.
They don't know about space.
Oh, he's
No idea.
scoped in, though, so yeah.
Yeah, but this is the Siren 1-on-2 with the Famis in hand. No
That's
defuse
because you're
kit.
listening to his call.
There's hope. There's
Hope.
There's no hope. This is over. 13-4. So great attempt from Siren. But that is going to be the map falling in the favor of Team Vitality. And that was One-Way Traffic, a fantastic first map that I joined for about 4 rounds of. I hope you guys enjoyed my company.
Oh, I absolutely loved it, Chad. Thank you for joining us. And BetBoom, you need to wake up. We said if they were going to have a chance in this series, it had to happen on Mirage. They only get 4 rounds, and they were scrappy at best. A couple of B rushes in the mix. They need to...